Hello everyone, this is Pratyusha. Welcome to Law Excellence. In this today's video, we will be discussing about an important UPSC topic. The US has recently imposed tariffs on India along with a penalty which will be affecting from 1st August 2025. Now, what are these tariffs? Why it is being imposed? And what are the implications on India's economy and the diplomacy that is being present? Let's find out. In 2024, the US and India deal has reached up to $192 billion in trade, and India has been traded around $118 billion in different goods and services to US, making it one of the prime destinations for our trade. And these trade includes an important goods like pharmaceutical, textile, iron, aluminium, which are the key of the controversy that's been present. Now, US is utilizing a domestic law called Section 232 of the Tariff Act of 1962. Now, this act is been showing that US can protect its trade by imposing the tariff on the imports that have been there for national security. Now this has been opposed by WTO. Now this has been already happening from 2018, where it has been imposed more than 25% of tariff globally including India, and World Trade Organization has outrightly said that these tariffs are unjustifying in nature. But still, the US have been continuing in these tariffs on many of the countries. Now, coming to 2025, now the tariffs have been imposed in many countries in many different areas that have been there. And with India, there is around 25% tariff that has been imposed. Now, this background can have different reasons that have been there. According to US, one reason they have been stating is that India, as a retaliatory tariff, we have imposed high tariffs on 28 goods of the American products that have been there. And India is also continuing large amount of trade with the Russia that has been there. In order to reduce and also pressurize the Russia, they are going with a political ego. Here, it is trying to pressurize Russia by stopping the India-Russia trade that has been present by imposing tariffs on India. Now, this is also an two-way game that's been there, where one, tariffs have been imposed on India, the other, there is a political pressure that will be imposed on Russia that has been there. Now what happens if these tariffs are being imposed on India? Economically, there will be a large burden on the Indian sector that has been there. That is, our goods in the market will be more priced, where whenever a product is being demanded more. Now let's look how it is impacting the India. Economically, when we see, there is large amount of impact in the trade and commerce that has been present, where due to the high tariff, our Indian products becomes costlier and the demand of the product will start to decrease. Diplomatically, there's large amount of trade that has been going on between India and US regarding defense, technology, etc. to Quad or Indo-Pacific region that has been there. Now imposing the tariffs that have been there is producing, or it is giving in mixed signals to the globe stating the trust cannot be done on the US that's been there. So how might India respond to this tariff? One is that we can go towards the WTO and appeal for the high tariffs that have been there, but the WTO influence on the US has been reduced drastically. Second, India can likely go for the diplomatic engagement agreements that have been there. And the third, mainly, now it is time for India to diversify its export trade destinations. That is going for Europe, going for Asia, Africa, and reducing the dependency on USA. For more such interesting videos, follow Law Excellence.